Hello, Memphis firefighters.
Hi,
I am Stacy Alchokachi, proud mother of
Dalton.
Dalton Alchokachi. You may recognize us from last year. We had the honor of coming around to some of the stations physically and getting to meet some of you guys. And we did not get to do that this year because Dalton is getting ready to have a bone infusion tomorrow for his osteoporosis. So we are not able to with our schedule, but we wanted to make sure that we got on here and told you guys how much we appreciate all that you do for us. We wanted to congratulate you for winning the Golden Axe for the state of Tennessee last year, and to just give you guys a little bit of an update and to encourage you guys for all your hard work. To give you an update, last year Dalton was doing really well. He's still doing very well, although we have had some progression. His upper body strength is beginning to weaken some, but his heart is still looking good. His lungs are still looking good, and most of all, his spirit and his courage. He's the bravest dude in the world, right?
Yay.
He's my superhero, and he's an amazing young man. So we wanted to let you guys know that all that you guys do in this fundraising comes and actually benefits us personally, as well as other families here in the local Mid-South area. It helps us to, when we go to Le Bonheur Children's Hospital once every 3 months for his 3-month clinic checkups. We do not have to pay anything. We don't have to pay a copay. Whatever our insurance pays, that is all that we have to pay for. We don't have to pay a single copay. And just so you guys can imagine, he sees a cardiologist, a neurologist, an orthopedic, a pulmonary specialist, a physical therapist, an occupational therapist. He gets echocardiograms, he gets x-rays, he gets pulmonary functions tests, and a whole slew of other things. And we do not have to pay a single copay or deductible. We are covered because the MDA helps us there. Also, they have provided us to go to family camp, which was an absolutely amazing experience. Dalton got to ride a horse and do some things that we would never have had the ability to do. We wouldn't have had the resources to get him up on a horse, nor we'd be too nervous to do so. But it was a fabulous time. Now you can say you rode a horse, right?
Yeah.
And then he went fishing and all kinds of other things. But one of the biggest areas that we're so hopeful for is research. And you guys have probably seen over the news in the last couple of years that Duchenne has made a really big stride in opening up some opportunities for new drugs. The very first drug for Duchenne was just approved in September of last year, and we had the privilege to fly to Washington, D.C. April of 2016 to stand with 1,000 other advocates, family members, Duchenne boys alike, and stand before the FDA to fight for a drug that we knew was effective. And thank God they answered us with an approval. Now, negatively, that drug does not benefit Dalton alone, but we still are so very hopeful that the science behind the drug, more drugs just like it are coming through the pipeline, and those would benefit our Dalton. So we want to encourage each and every one of you. Last year, I believe you guys came right under $92,000, or right around $92,000, which is a huge amount of money, and you guys should be so very glad that you all were doing that, and that was not a light feat. But we want to encourage each and every one of you to get out there and raise even more, because from what I understand, that was about half of you guys, half of the stations and shifts going out and raising money. You guys were able to raise $92,000. From what I understand, you guys, there are 59 stations, 3 shifts at each station. So if every shift went out and only raised $850, we would be at $150,000. And I know that may sound overwhelming, but $850, we just for Dalton's Muscle Walk, which is another event that the MDA puts on, Dalton's team alone, my little hero right here, our team raised $9,800 just little in 4 weeks, and only on social media. So we encourage you guys to get out there, fill the boot. If you want us to come to your station and you guys want to meet Dalton, please reach out to the MDA and they will get us there. We would love to meet you guys. I think it's amazing that big, burly, masculine firefighters are there fighting for these precious boys that don't have muscles strong enough on their own to do simple things like walk and roll over in bed, stand up, sit up, any of those things. And so I think it's amazing. It's one of my favorite events when the firefighters fill this boot. And long before Dalton was ever diagnosed, I remember seeing the firefighters with the boots, and it made an impact on my life back then, and now even more so because it hits home, and it's right here in our own very house each and every day. So we want to thank you guys, encourage you, get out there, fill the boot. Thank you so much for participating, and I know that it's so hard to muster up the energy to get out there and do one more things in your busy schedules and your busy lives and with the hard jobs that you guys have. But please, please, please do so. If you can muster up the energy, we would greatly appreciate it. And boys like my Dalton and so many others that fight these wicked neuromuscular diseases would be so grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for your service for our city. Thank you for all that you do for us, not just through the MDA, but as a city. And we thank you guys, pray for you, and hope that everything goes well. And as we always say in our family, blessed, live on purpose. So get out there and raise money, guys, and we are in your corner. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.